to the Southern New Hampshire University Stadium for the Division I Girls State Championship game featuring the Bedford Lady Bulldogs versus the BG Cardinals. I am David Larrivee. I'm joined by Chris Cameron with Mike Currier on the camera, and we are here for this matchup that everybody's been waiting for. Chris, what do you see here? As a BG coach and a Bedford native, you are thrown in the thick of it here. What do you see?
I am. I'm just looking forward to a great high school event, high school atmosphere. You can see the crowd starting to pour in. You got a blackout for the Bedford Bulldogs and a whiteout for the BG Cardinal fans. You're going to see two teams that clearly are the two best teams in the division. And this is the pinnacle of New Hampshire basketball. All these championships that the girls have been playing since they've been in the third grade over at the Derry Sports Center or the RAC, and this is what they play for, to be able to participate in this event. And this is where it all culminates.
You know, one of the themes that hasn't been brought to a lot of attention is the fact that three of the starters and seniors for the Bishop Guertin squad are in fact Bedford girls. That's Madison Gibbs, it's Nikki Hayner, and it's Megan Green, who along with Maggie McGowan and Allie Glennon have been playing a lot of basketball together, going all the way back to third grade. So
yeah, I remember back, I was reffing Bedford, reffing travel games, and these girls were in third grade, and this game was 4-2 at the half. And I'm going, oh man. But you know what? It just teaches you, all the young kids out there, you keep practicing, you keep working hard, you're going to be able to get to this level if you put in that commitment. But these girls are good friends. There's an article, Gary Fitz had a nice article in the Telegraph how about Maggie McGowan and Megan Green are great friends. So it's a rivalry. Is it heated? A little bit, but it's a lot of respect for each other because these kids have respect for each other. And you know, one person, there's a lot of people that, you know, Bedford, when you have success, you have one team in the finals and three of the other team's best players. It starts at the youth level. There's a lot of people that put in a lot of time through the years. One person particularly, Kevin Gibbs.
Right.
He was selfless hours volunteering, and he coached this Bishop Guertin Cardinal team for about 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
And you know, you got to give him and Frank Moreno and John Allen a lot of credit for all that they've done to get these girls to put them in the position. And it's not going to stop here for Bedford. I mean, this team next year is going to be a heavy, heavy favorite. Win or lose tonight, next year they're a heavy, heavy favorite.
Well, I think as the stadium starts to fill up, you've got really what everyone called pretty much in the beginning of the season a Bedford and BG final with the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. This is what everyone's been waiting for. It's going to be a really interesting matchup here. And really, if we had to sort of call the key matchups out there, what do you see as being really important tonight?
Seeing them play earlier, I mean, the big matchup, everyone's saying, can they stop Megan Green? Kenzie Brown did an unbelievable job playing Megan Green, but they also doubled a lot. They went down and they sent the double.
Yep.
So that's going to be a question: is can they play her straight up, or are they going to have to send the double, open up the outside shot? To me, the one big advantage that BG has, other than being in this game last year, I think the point guard in Jamie Sherborne, number 10. She's one of the top, not only players, she's definitely the top point guard in the state, but
right.
Bedford likes to play man-to-man. I don't know if they have anyone that can match up with her. I mean, Caroline Conrad has been starting at point number 42. They're going to try her. Is Bree Purcell, can she handle her? Maybe Nikki Tucci's the one that's going to have to step up. And someone's going to have to play her because she runs their whole offense. She controls it. And stopping the dribble penetration, to me, is going to be target. And who's going to get points for Bedford? If Mackenzie Brown's going to have a tough matchup, I don't think they're going to let Rachel Collins open and shoot too often. So who else is going to, where else are they going to get points from?
Well, we're going to cut it off here. We're going to have a jump ball in a few minutes. Dave Larrivee and Chris Cameron will be back after the tip-off.
Haley Driscoll. Starting at guard, Bishop Guertin, a 5'7" junior number 20, Gabriella Peterson. At forward, 6'1" junior, number 44, Mackenzie.
And we're back here, folks, after hearing a rousing national anthem here, where Southern New Hampshire University Stadium, and you can see an active squad for Bedford, waving that Bedford flag, going for the blackout, as my co-host here, Chris Cameron, was discussing. And in front of us, we have the BG fans in white, providing a contrast for what has been heralded to be the game of the year, with the number 1 seeded Bishop Cardinals versus the number 2 seeded Bedford Lady Bulldogs. And we're going to have ourselves quite a game here. And what do you see, though? My first question, Karutis, she on the bench?
She's on the bench. She looks like she's ready to come in. Maybe it's just a matchup substitution by Coach Hazelton there.
Well, I got to tell you, I loved the 1-2 punch with Karutis and Sherburne, so we'll see how that goes for the rest of the game. The two bigs tipping it off here. Let's see how it goes. Megan Green versus Mackenzie Brown, and ball is up and tipped around, and BG maintains control. Ball with Sherburne up top.
So it looks like right off the bat, Coach Thomas decided to go real big with Allie Glennon on Jamie Sherburne.
Yeah, and that's an interesting call right there.
She has the length.
Right. She's got to keep her in front of her. There's a reach in right there. Get the ball. Ooh, and hustles. No, oh boy, scrum.
Already you're seeing that length right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was able to reach in and pick up that steal.
Yep, so that's going to be a turnover. Bedford picking up the ball, a little full court pressure. We didn't really see a lot of that here in the semifinal games that were contested.
I think BG is going to pressure the ball hard.
Right. So here we are, action up top with Caroline Conrad with the ball. Tough to see here. And although it looks a little accidental offense, ball goes up. It's not going to be called a foul. And BG's got the ball. Sherburne's got the ball up front. Deep pass. Gets it into Pearson, who swings it around. And that's Nikki Hayner. Deep. Nice box out there by Mackenzie Brown. Getting the first rebound of the game. Caroline Conrad bringing the ball up over to Mackenzie Brown, who's up top. Swings it over to Rachel. Kicks it to the hoop. She beats the bigger player. And no foul called on that one from behind.
They're letting them play early.
And that's setting the tone here early. Sherburne, and for a deep three, that looks like it's got nothing. It's a front of rim. Hallie Glennon with the rebound, bringing it up the court. Has her head up, looking to see what she's got. In the corner, Caroline setting for an open three. Back rims it. Caroline Conrad, oh nope, that's a nice rebound by Nikki Hayner. And Caroline Conrad reaching in, and that's going to be a foul.
Yeah, you see Nikki Hayner took an early three. She's been on fire coming into the playoffs. She struggled with no field goals in the first game. But Bedford's going to be all over her because one-note matchup, too, is Rachel Collins. She's proven that she's one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter from three beyond the arc in the state. But they overplayed her, and she took the ball to the hoop, which was good to see. She's going to need to do that to open it up.
Nice hard pick right there. Sherburne pulls up for the open elbow, and that puts them on the board, taking the first lead of the game, 2-0. And Haley Driscoll with the ball, dribbling it up top. Allie Glennon gets open. Open pass. Pass down low. And Haley Driscoll is going to be open. Ooh.
The ref didn't know.
And that is a foul. It looked like Nikki Hayner might have had position, but Haley Driscoll with a nice athletic move up with her left hand to finish, and that's going to be an and one opportunity, I believe. We haven't seen it come up on the scoreboard here, but is that on the floor?
No, they get 2 shots, yeah. The ref he wasn't sure he was going to.
All right, I guess, they called shooting foul. What, didn't the ball go in?
No, it did not.
No, it did not. Okay, that's my bad. All right, so she misses the front end of the 2-shot foul, and back on the line, Haley Driscoll trying to convert. High arc, misses. So early cold shooting from the foul line for Bedford, and it's a 2-0 lead with 6 minutes to go in the first half of this championship play. Sherburne up top, really looking to get past, and a nice dump off. And that's if they can start hitting that shot. Nikki Hayner, as you mentioned, had been red hot leading up to the semifinals, but
she struggled in the semis. Struggling here early, going
0 for 11
from
the three-point land, and she's really got to turn it on if they're going to have a chance. That was the one thing that sort of struck me. There's a nice drive to the hoop, and it's a turnover though by Haley Driscoll. She's going, and they're going, and she's taking the ball, and a nice block there by.
Great job by Mackenzie Brown there.
Yeah. Well, and the ball is in. That's Sherburne up top, and a nice drive to the hoop, gets it inside, and that's going to be a foul. That's a nice strong move to the hoop by Megan Green. She had Mackenzie Brown on her back, and a little head fake and shoulder fake, got the inside position, and she was able to drive to the hoop and get herself inside position. She unfortunately, though, misses the front end of the 2-shot foul. BG, an early lead, 2-0 here with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Trying to hit the second free throw, a little long.
Teams combined 0 for 4 from the line.
Yeah, I think we got a little nerves maybe here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jitters. A championship game, first quarter.
Rachel Collins, nice drive. Oh, how did they not call that a trip? Holy smokes. Did you see that?
It did look like a trip, but it also ball was clearly off of Bedford, so it was either a trip.
And that was a nice move there by Mackenzie Brown. We had a little technical difficulty there, and our crackerjack man on the spot, Mike Currier, able to put in a new battery, which gets us back in action live here. Sherburne up top, dribbling, trying to get past Allie Glennon, can't do it. Nice dump pass, and no foul call on that. We've got numbers here, folks. They're letting the girls play. Allie Glennon to the hoop, and they call that one, and that is going to be a foul on Piercy. Very interesting. They call that foul, but there was a clear trip in front of us here.
The refs are going to have the little jitters too.
Yeah.
Bedford's proven athletically they can run with BG.
Right.
They're getting up and down the floor.
Right. Well, that converts it. That's Allie Glennon on the drive. Gets fouled for an old-fashioned and one. It's a tie score here, 2-2 with 4:35. A tight game with a lot of physicality here. And then we have Bree Purcell, the freshman who has stepped up hugely in the semifinals, coming in and giving Caroline Conrad a break. Glennon converts the natural and one, giving Bedford a 3-2 lead here with 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the first period.
BG's look like their offense is going with the high pick and roll with Megan Green on Jamie Sherburne. That's where they're trying to generate their offense.
Yep.
Megan's had a few opportunities. She just hasn't converted.
That's a nice pass there. Boy, BG has just been so cold.
They're just ice cold. This is carrying over from the semifinal game.
As we watched both semifinal games, BG had so many open looks, and they beat Winnicott relatively handily, Londonderry relatively handily. But if they had hit half of their shots, it would have been a blowout. So there's a move to the hoop, and a fine look there by Hayner. The pull-up jumper gives BG the 4-3 lead with 4 minutes left to go here in the half. In the quarter. Megan Green up top over to Rachel Collins. A little shoving going on there, and refs again look like they're going to let it go. Nice move by the freshman.
The freshman sensation going baseline on the player of the year, Megan Green.
5'4", Bree Purcell taking it to the player of the lead. Yeah, and she's a lefty, folks, so a great move by the young freshman there to spark some offense from Bedford. Nice lefty take by Sherburne down the paint for the layup, giving Bedford BG the 6-5 lead. Purcell up top, and Purcell looking to turn the corner, get over to Brown.
Megan Green's making Mackenzie Brown. She's not letting her catch it on the block. She did catch one ball on the block, but she's forcing her way out.
Right.
15, 16 feet.
And again, if you're the coach, you want to see your players getting the ball, and that's going to be Bedford ball right there.
Yep.
Looks like Megan is as you said, not letting Mackenzie get the block, and quite frankly, Bedford's not trying to get her the ball on the block either.
They're not. They got to set some picks for her.
Absolutely.
They got to set some cross block-to-block picks to get her open.
Two of the best bigs in New Hampshire playing each other, and nice pass there. And a jumper from Mackenzie Brown from the foul line. Is not able to convert. Sherburne with the ball up top, and we give. And that's going to be out on Megan Green, and that's going to be Bedford ball. So we have Karutsis in here. Very interesting that she didn't start. I thought she was very effective as the off guard in the game against Londonderry.
Yeah, she's in matching up on Nikki Tucci. They know she's a shooter, so they're not going to give her anything.
Yeah, and Karutsis is a tough defender. Allie Glennon up top. Driscoll turning the corner. She's got the lane. Oh, that's a foul.
On Megan Green, too.
That's her first, I believe.
She's got one, and Mackenzie Brown has one, so that's a matchup to watch down low.
Absolutely, and as we know, in games like this, when you have one of your key players having to sit on the bench with foul trouble, that sometimes makes the difference. So good point there, Chris. We'll watch what the foul situation is with the two bigs.
Actually, they called the foul on
22, so that was on Pearson?
No, 22. I don't see. Paige Parkinson.
Paige Parkinson. Yeah, Paige Parkinson.
That's a break for BG right
Big
there.
time. Can't convert.
They're struggling from the line.
I tell you, in championship play, it's foul shots and layups that a lot of times make the difference here. And both teams cold from the charity stripe. Good defense there. Tough pass. Tough pass right there.
Bedford's in a man, but it's like a complete slough-in man to defend the pick and roll.
Right.
So BG is going to have to look to knock down some threes.
Bree Purcell, freshman point guard up top, with the KG Division I senior Sherburne guarding her. Allie Glennon. Oh, that's a tough shot there.
She's not shy to shoot tonight. Sometimes she's looking to more, dish out the ball, but tonight she's that's her third shot already.
Yeah.
2 minutes to play.
Coach Thomas is going to call a timeout here and try to gather her troops. He's got Maggie McGowan checking in there, the KG veteran from the senior captain, checking in on the game here. And, with the game at 6-5 with 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, kind of what we thought we'd see, but really a little sloppy on the foul line. Maybe a little jitters, you think, Chris?
I think, yeah. When BG's missed 2, Bedford's missed 5 free throws. I mean, both teams are better shooters than that. You're going to see those shots are going to start to fall, and the shots from the floor. The Bedford's they've only had 5 points, but they've had some good opportunities. So they've missed a few layups, missed free throws. Both teams are going to look. The team that settles in first is going to go on a run right here.
Yep. So we had a couple freshmen in there for Bedford. That's Nikki Tucci and Bree Purcell, along with Maggie McGowan, the veteran seniors captain. And Bree Purcell up top, trying to getting the ball into Mackenzie Brown. She turns and squares, can't get it off. Maggie McGowan fighting for the rebound. There's a nice scoop pass from Megan Green, and a little too much for Karutsis to handle, but at a very athletic move to save the ball and throw it off the defender's foot, and that'll be BG ball.
And Maggie McGowan's checked in. I missed that substitution. They must have been off for the timeout.
Yep. So she's on Parkinson. Oh, there's a nice dump pass. And a back up, that's the shot they want. It's an air ball, and that's going to be Bedford ball.
Wow, they're really struggling from the field. Bedford has an opportunity to really pull ahead.
Well, they've got to convert and then make their foul shots. Bree Purcell up top. Oh, nice dump pass, and that's a foul on Karutsis.
Fourth team foul already.
So 1 minute and 42 seconds left to go. BG with a 1-point lead, 6-5. And we have 4 fouls on the BG squad versus the Bedford squad that has 2. Haley Driscoll coming on in for Allie Glennon. And
I assume she'll take that matchup, or maybe they'll move Nikki Tucci over to take Jamie Sherborne.
oh boy, that's a tough call there. That's going to be out on Bedford, and that's going to be BG ball. Really waited too long in the out-of-bounds play and too far in the corner, and that's a turnover. Karutzis is going to be leading the charge here with Purcell guarding her. And Maggie McGowan's got Sherborne, so they got the veteran. Ooh, there's a tough pick there put on by Hayner. Nikki Tucci, the freshman, guarding Sherborne. Nice dump pass. She gets it off to Pearson. Deep, Hayner can't get it to go. Bree Purcell fighting in there for the rebound. And that's a foul on Karutzis.
That's 2 on Karutzis. Coach Hazelton's probably going to have to go to the bench. He didn't start her. Now she picks up 2.
Very interesting. Coach Hazelton doesn't call many timeouts.
He doesn't call many timeouts.
Doesn't spend much time in halftime.
No. He just kind of lets them play.
So 6-5 here with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the first period. Bree Purcell with the ball up top. Haley Driscoll over to Bree Purcell in the corner. Got to get Mackenzie Brown in the paint here. I don't like her up top. Maggie McGowan, veteran up top. Passes over to Bree Purcell. Oh, nice pass. And it's a steal by Karutzis. Parkinson up top. Karutzis up top, going to the hoop. Oh, that
could have been a charge right there.
Oh, that's a tough call.
That is a tough.
You know, she got in front of her, but she didn't stand her ground, and she slid a little bit.
You're not going to get that call when you're moving that much.
If she'd slid her ground and taken the hit, it would have been an offensive. But she had the position, but did not plant her feet, and that makes it a defensive foul, sending Karutzis to the line for 2 with 42 seconds left here.
She's a very good free throw shooter.
That's a great form right there. With 42 seconds left in the first period, that gives BG a 2-point lead, 7-5 here in the first period of state championship play. And she converts both, giving an 8-5 lead with 42 seconds left in the first period. Bree Purcell up top with the ball. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a block by Megan Green. She saw it coming from a mile away. Megan with the ball up top. Mackenzie Brown. Oh, that's travel.
Nikki Hayner's struggling. She's struggling. She's turnovers, not knocking down the 3. She's got to settle down, and just sometimes shooters rely so much on their shot going in that it lets them affect the rest of their game.
You didn't have that problem when you playing, were you? Anyways,
no,
back in.
I only worry about the last shot.
Absolutely. Back in action here. Mackenzie Brown, Haley Driscoll up top. Really, Bedford unable to get into their rhythm. And there's a steal. Nice hustle play. And she hoists it up.
She didn't realize she had at least another 2 or 3
She could have taken it right to the hoop. And unfortunately, does not go in. That leads the end of the first period with Bedford trailing BG 8-5 here with the end of the first period. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. What's that? Yeah. So we're back here. End of the first period, Chris. A little bit of nerves out there, but what do you see and what do you like?
I think, jitters, definitely nerves that first quarter. The team that settles in first is going to go on a little bit of run. You go on a run like this, you're going a 5-6-0 run right now. That could be big for Bedford right now. They need to get themselves back in the game. They really haven't had. First 4 minutes they were getting looks. The last 4 minutes of the quarter, they didn't really have many good looks right there. And
right.
Mackenzie Brown, Megan Green's forcing her out, and then she's taking some tough shots, and Megan was able to block a few of those.
Well, I think they're going to have to definitely get in their rhythm here on defense. This is a nice high pick. And the deep shot again. Oh, nice rebound there by Megan Green. Nice big rebound. Goes up the left, misses that. And then really, I don't know what the stats are, but it looks like they're really controlling the boards here.
They are. They're getting second chance points.
Megan Green up top. Out to Sherburne. Have Allie Glennon playing a little defense on her. There's Nikki Hayner with the ball. And they're going to try to get the ball down into Megan Green. Look at her fight for position. She's above the block.
You can see Haley Driscoll is backside help. They're definitely helping over the backside.
Yeah, look at Caroline Conrad there. Oh, that's a nice take to the hoop. Nice rebound by Allie Glennon. A little bit of a forced shot there by Sherburne. Oh, that's a forced pass.
Yeah, that's trouble right there. These turnovers are starting to mount on them right now.
Megan Green showing her versatility. Down in the paint there, Megan Green looking to go to the hoop. Drop step and a nice open pass to Hayner, who makes the first shot of, I'm going to say 15 threes in the semifinals and finals.
Yeah.
Finally opens up the can and drops a three.
And that could be dangerous for Bedford, because if she gets hot, because you see that they're just collapsing in on Megan Green. And not just on Megan, but on Jamie Sherburne's penetration. They're really helping out, where the three-point shooters for BG are wide open. They just haven't knocked any down.
And they've had wide open looks, as you've said.
Yeah.
That was going to be that fouls on Gibbs, Madison Gibbs, which is probably fortunate, because it looked like Megan Green was in on that one. That's going to be her second shot.
Right now
foul.
they have fouls on 35. That's Hayner. That's Nikki Hayner.
Oh, okay.
So that's big, because as soon as she knocks down her first three of the semifinals and finals, she picks up her second foul. I think we'll see her coming back. I don't think she's going to sit for the rest of the half.
Bedford's got to hit their foul shots, and they've been, I think they've got to be 0 for 6, maybe 0 for 7 from the line.
1 for 8.
So, that's a travel right there. So with a little bit of a run going here, BG has extended the lead to 11-5. Bedford unable to find its rhythm. And Coach Thomas going with the starting lineup here.
And this is
Caroline Conrad with Sherburne playing her. Forcing that's a tough pass.
Yeah, that's a great handle by Allie Glennon.
Allie Glennon turning
square.
square.
Shooting 1-on-1.
That's a good shot. That's a great shot. Defender fell to the ground, and she's recognizes, squared up and shot. Puts Bedford back to a 4-point game here. Allie Glennon, the long Allie Glennon playing Sherburne. I think that's a nice matchup to watch here. Pick there. And
another
travel.
Madison Gibbs is struggling a little bit. Coach Hazelton might have to go to a little substitution here. He doesn't have the deep bench that Bedford has.
Right.
He might go to, he's just looking around. She just has to settle down.
I think watching the pressure there, I think Coach Thomas a little more comfortable with the freshman's ball handling skills here,
which we kind of talked about in the open. She's just more of a pure point guard.
Absolutely. Bree Purcell up top, and they've got a play going here.
Looks like they run a little motion offense, looking at back door. I would say that Bedford could be benefiting from being in the 1-on-1 early on here in the second quarter, but the way they're shooting free throws, I don't know if that is a benefit.
Kick to the hoop, Bree Purcell.
Kick.
That's a kick on Carutis. 5 minutes and 38 seconds left to go here in the first period. BG with an 11-7 lead, and clearly in control of the momentum here. And Bedford really looks a little out of sorts, and that's a foul from behind on Sherburne. Looked like a block from over here. But
that looked like all ball. Jamie Sherburne thought the same thing right there. But when you go man out of bounds underneath your own basket, we've talked about it before, you open yourself up to that backdoor pick.
I just don't know why you do it. I've never been a fan of it at any level of basketball, whether it's high school or college or fifth graders.
Oh, wow, look at that. They're still struggling on the line.
Bedford right here got to settle down and make their foul shots. You cannot win a championship basketball game at any level when you're missing your foul shots. I believe they're 2 for 9 or 10. There we go. That Breed knocks down the first one
right there.
So Bedford now trailing by 3, 11-8 here. 5:33 to go in the second period. Glennon, Karutsis with the ball, got the Bree Purcell on her. Sherburne up top has the long Glennon on her. And there's a drive to the hoop. Oh, it's a nice take to the hoop. Couldn't convert. And that's going to be Bedford ball. Boy, Megan Green looked like she just went right over Mackenzie Brown.
I thought they were going to call her.
And they're not calling that foul right now, folks. So a little pressure up there. Nikki Tucci with the ball.
She's a confident ball handler.
Nice move, and that's a foul right there on Karutzis. Nice move by the freshman, Nikki Tucci. Aggressive play on the veteran senior guard.
That was a very confident, for a freshman right there, she's confident with the ball.
Absolutely.
She's been coached well.
Well, she had a little help along the way, and that sometimes serves her well. Nikki Tucci, the freshman, foul shot, hits the first. Makes it a 2-point game. 11-9 with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll see if Nikki can convert the second and perhaps change the momentum here, as it's really been BG for the first and second periods of the game. She converts the second, make it a 1-point game, 11-10. 5 minutes to go here. Sherburne with the ball, Glennon on her. A very interesting matchup, but Glennon seems to have been able to be impactful here. Oh, nice take to the hoop.
Yeah. They're going underneath the pick. They're going 4 deep because it doesn't look like Sherburne, as good as she is, she doesn't look like she's even looking to take the 3. So they need to. I would back off of her even more. They didn't even call that in the act. I'm not sure what that was.
No, it's on the floor. On the floor. Sherburne up top here, trying to get the ball. Megan, look how low she gets on the block there. Oh, there's not a turnover, and ball's up top. They're going to gather themselves.
Bedford's playing great man-to-man defense. Great help. Pressuring the ball, helping.
Look at Nikki Tucci there in the paint. Rebound there by Glennon. I'm going to point something out when we have a timeout at that defensive sequence. Nikki Tucci.
Travel.
That's a travel.
She has a habit of doing that. She's going before she sets herself. She's got to put the ball down.
She had the slower Madison Gibbs on her and was ready to take her to the hoop and just got a little anxious and traveled before the play. Sherburne up top with Glennon. This is a high pick. They've been doing it all day, and that a nice take on the hoop. Oh boy, that's going to be an and one.
Hopefully that's on Allie Glennon, not Mackenzie Brown, but that would be 2 on Glennon too.
Yeah, that's going to be on Glennon.
Just when we thought the refs were going to let them play tonight, right. They're making a lot of calls.
Yep. Well, and give it to BG, give them credit. They're taking it to the hoop. So that's what happens when you go to the hoop strong.
The more aggressive team's going to get the calls, absolutely.
Yeah. She converts the natural and one to extend the lead to 14-10 here with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. Veteran Maggie McGowan checks in for the game, and Bedford has 2 freshmen on the court. 2 juniors and a senior. Madison Gibbs.
That's a good matchup for Nikki Tucci. It looks like
Mackenzie Brown way outside her comfort zone here. We got to get her in the paint. Nice take here. And almost converts it. That's Maggie McGowan with a nice head fake and takes it to the hoop. She'll be going to the line to shoot 2 with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the first half. BG with a 4-point lead, 14-10.
One interesting point, Dave, sorry to cut you off, is that Mackenzie Brown, 0 points. Megan Green, 0 points.
Very interesting observation. Yeah.
The two best bigs in the state, 2 of the best players in the state, have not hit the scoreboard yet with just under 4 minutes to go in the half.
Well, I think it's really been a lot about the guard play here, as we've seen a lot of cutting and slashing by the guards. And the bigs, maybe it's just a neutralization factor. They're able to, Mag McGowan not drawing iron on that second foul shot. 14-10.
They're letting her have it, the BG fans.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes here at any level of basketball. You
don't
draw iron, you hear about it. Bree Purcell guarding Sherburne. I don't know if I like that matchup. Megan Green not able to get where she wanted to go. And Bree Purcell.
Mackenzie Brown's doing a great job.
That's good travel, That's a nice defensive play there.
A lot of turnovers. These turnovers are mountain.
Absolutely.
We're still waiting for that first team to go on a run. Who's going to settle down and go on a run? Maybe Coach Hazelton, who doesn't like to call timeouts.
He is not happy camper there. Well, one observation I want to point on the Bedford defense here, and this is a great thing for younger players to see, is they were playing man-to-man defense. Ball was in the right corner, and you had the weak side all the way under the basket.
Yeah, they're helping. You break up the court in the threes.
Absolutely.
And they're all in the next lane ready to help because they're not. Yep.
We used to coach that as the basket line. So when the ball's on the far corner, you want your 2 weak side defenders on the basket line because the cross the top pass is a very difficult pass to make, and you're there for weak side help. And in the 3 plays ago, Nikki Tucci was under the basket because her person was in the far corner, and when Megan Green went to the hoop, she was there for weak side help. She didn't have to run all the way because she was there already.
The help defense has been great.
Absolutely.
Sometimes that does expose you to the quick skip pass over the top for the 3, but the way BG's hitting, they've only had to hit the 1 3.
Right.
So you got to give something up, and that's the poison they're picking is to help down low.
Absolutely. So 3 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in the first half of action. BG a 14-10 game, and what we were expecting to be a really tough match up. It has been all of that. BG maintaining the lead, and I would say really foul shooting being the big difference here between the 2 squads. Nikki Tucci up top, Mackenzie Brown. And a pass, and Maggie McGowan, right place, right time. Picks up the ball, throws it up. It's a 2-point game with 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
They're trying to run the Princeton kind of backdoor cuts through the middle. They got lucky there because that could have been another turnover there.
Yep. Haley Driscoll up top. And we got a couple of the subs in here. It's Parkinson and is it Piercy, I think, that's in there?
Well, she started, yeah.
Oh, and a pull-up jumper there. Nice rebound by Haley Driscoll.
That's what we were questioning is does she have that outside shot? So far, it doesn't look like she likes to shoot that.
Right.
I would play off of her.
Bree Purcell up top running the offense. Mackenzie Brown way out on the 3-point line. A backdoor pass, and that was a good look, but somebody got there. And there's a hustle play by Maggie McGowan.
Yeah,
Great hustle play.
That's her game. She's getting that loose ball for 2. Now she hits the loose ball, forcing a jump ball, but I think that's going Bedford's ball.
That's a hustle play by the veteran senior captain, Maggie McGowan. And there's Mackenzie Brown with a deep 3. No, not 3. It was 2.
Yeah, 2.
Way outside the range of her father, hitting the 2-pointer. And that gives Bedford a tie score. A little run going on by Bedford. Here's that high pick. And she goes to the hoop. Doesn't get it to go.
They're doing
Haley Driscoll.
Bedford's doing a great job on the defensive glass now. Earlier on in the game, they gave up some chances, but now they're settling down and rebounding the ball very well. Throw the ball to the ref right there.
Oh, that's tough.
They saw black.
Thought player, but it was a zebra. Sherburne up top with Bree Purcell, and there's a high pick coming again. Purcell able to get past it, and there's the post pass and a block.
Yeah, that's good position right there.
Yeah. And
good position by Megan Brown getting the ball, and
that's going to be on Mackenzie Brown. It could have been on Maggie McGowan, but that's going to be Brown's second foul with 1:40 to go here in the first half of play.
They can't take a chance.
Yeah,
if I'm Sue Thomas, you cannot take a chance with her. Wow.
Well, it looks like she is.
It looks like she is. That's dangerous. If I'm BG, I pound the ball in there.
Absolutely.
Even if it's forced a little bit. If you pick up 3 on her.
You get Gabby Hunter in here and get her for 1:40 and play
pick
a little
up a few
defense.
fouls, yeah.
Megan Green converts
her first points of the game.
Yep. So both of the bigs have 2 points here as we get into the end of the first half of play. And again, Bedford. Oh boy, it's a turnover. Megan Green with the ball here.
Megan Green likes to handle a little bit.
She does. As a big, she's got a good handle there.
This is where Bedford has to be careful right now with Mackenzie Brown.
Yep.
That's a travel.
How's that not a travel? Holy smokes. Oh my goodness gracious. Exactly
what we talked about.
We didn't want to see happen.
That's a game changer right there. You can't mess around with that.
That is a difficult thing for the Bedford squad to see, with Mackenzie Brown picking up her 3rd foul off the ball, no less.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because it was a travel. The ref didn't get the call, but she chased a loose ball down. It was a foul, but she should not have been on the court.
Yep. Well, it's tough for and we're back here Little hustle play down there. Gabby Hunter now in for Mackenzie Brown. Minute 3 to go. Looks like we have a foul. Pearson picking up the foul. That's going to be a double bonus foul. We've not been paying too much attention to the number of fouls here, but BG has put Bedford into the double bonus here. And Rachel Collins, whom I don't believe has scored, has been one of their leading scorers for the game, for the season.
That is her first point of the night. And what we talked about in the open was that BG was not going to leave her open for the three. She was going to have to, either they're going to need to set some picks for her to get her going, because where's that offense going to come?
Okay, so she converts both foul shots. It ties the game with 1:03 to go, but as you pointed out, it's a big, big event that Megan Green has picked up her, Mackenzie Brown picked up her third foul. Here's the high pick. And nice ball work. Could have been another travel there, and a nice hustle play.
They don't know, refs don't know which way to go.
Oh, that's a call. It was a delayed call by the upper ref.
They're looking for each other. Someone had to make it.
Yep, and that half a second went to the top ref, and that makes it BG ball. Sherburne up top with the 46 seconds left to go. A tie game. Megan Green right where she wants it. And this is the open shot, and they get into the paint. Megan Green unable to convert. And that's Parkinson picking up the open rebound, able to get the easy basket to give it a 18-16 lead here with 24 seconds left to go. Bree Purcell, the nice cut, and that's going to be a foul.
That's going to be one-on-one the
Purcell.
other way. That's a possible 4-point swing right there.
Purcell with a nice take. It was looked like a relatively open shot, but I think
it was a great slash cut from the backside.
Yep.
She just didn't convert.
Yep. And unfortunately, given the foul situation with Bedford with 8 fouls with 20 seconds left to go in the second period, that puts Madison Gibbs on the line to shoot 1-1 here with a 2-point lead, 20 seconds left to go in the first half of play here at Southern New Hampshire University. And she stripes that one down.
She gets her first points of the game.
Yep.
So both teams in foul trouble. You have Nikki Hayner with 2 fouls, Megan Carruthers with 3 fouls, Mackenzie Brown has 3,
yep,
and Allie Glennon has 2.
And that's going to make it 2. That's Madison Gibbs converting. We have 20 seconds left here. Rachel Collins has got the ball, getting up to Haley Driscoll, who's going to push the ball up the court with 13 seconds left to go. And she picks up the ball at half court. Gabby Hunter down low here. She goes low.
Great move.
And a hustle play there. Rachel Collins, can't get it to go. Good look. That ends the first half of play with Bedford High School trailing the Bishop Guertin 20-16 as we end the first half of play for state championship ball here at Southern New Hampshire University. My name is David Larrivee. I'm with Chris Cameron. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for some first half stats and summary here. Thanks for joining BCTV. And we're back here with 3 minutes left to go in the halftime. My name is David Larrivee. I'm joined by Bishop Cardinal lacrosse coach Chris Cameron here. And we've got quite a basketball game with the score 20-16. BG, a 4-point lead here in what was heralded to be the contest of the year. It's held up to its billing. Chris, what do you see here after the first half of play?
Well, looking at the stat sheet, Dave, 29% from the floor from Bedford, 25% from BG. So kind of neutral there. Turnovers, 8 for the Bulldogs, 7 for the Cardinals. So not a factor there. The one stat that jumps out at me is Bedford's only taking the 1-3. They're 0 for 1. BG's 1 for 8 from beyond the arc right there. That's big. And then the free throws, BG's 70% from the line, whereas Bedford is shooting 40%. They've missed 9 free throws. That's the difference in the game right now.
Absolutely. And as we watched and called the 2 semifinal games, I have the stats somewhere here. I think that BG really they were 0 for 8 from the 3-point line. And from what you've told me, I've not seen a lot of their games. They're usually shooting 40%.
They're a very good 3-point shooting team. Because they get open looks because everyone has to help down on Megan Green.
Right.
Bedford's helping down on Megan Green, but they're not selling out on her because Mackenzie Brown's doing a great job. But what the issue is is that now she has 3 fouls. I mean,
right.
it was a risk that Coach Thomas took, and she lost. So now not only does she have foul trouble, but she's got to play soft down low. She can't play. She can't afford to pick up a
fourth foul early here. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see her not get much time here in this third quarter here, with Bedford really needing to stay in the game and keep their big able to play hard in the fourth period. Another stat: the foul shooting. You know, not very many championship games are won when you're shooting 40% from the foul line.
This game's coming down. Still, we talked about it. We haven't seen one team settle down yet.
Right.
I mean, no one settled down. The team that goes on a 10-0 run right now, it's going to be their championship right now. So
well, and as the the halftime is winding down here, you know, you got to like the chances of BG with the veteran squad having been the reigning state champions with a 4-point lead, and Mackenzie Brown with 3 fouls. What does Coach Thomas have to do to try to overcome that?
Well, you know, the positive she can take from this. Look, girls, Mackenzie has 2 points. Rachel Collins, her second lead scorer, hasn't scored, and we're only down 4 points.
Right.
So that's the key: is where are they going to get those points from? As we talked about in the open, was BG's not giving Rachel Collins the open 3, so they're going to need to set picks for her.
Okay, so in any case, this is going to end. So we're getting back to action here, and looks like it's going to be BG ball here. And
you're right, Dave. Mackenzie Brown is on the bench to start the third.
I think that's the right thing. That's the right thing to do. You cannot pick up that 4th foul here, and then that really just sends a message. And Gabrielle Hunter is going to really have to play tough. There's a nice dump pass to Brown, who converts.
Makes a huge difference.
Just exactly what Bedford was worried about. Is
now where are your points going to come from?
Yeah, and so Bedford's going to have to find a way. They're going to have to find some action here. Gabby Hunter up top, Rachel Collins not been able to get the ball in a shooting spot the first half of play here. Allie Glennon with a reach-in foul, no call there, and there's a hustle. Caroline Conrad, Rachel Collins goes up with it, can't get it to go. Hayner with the ball, long pass to Karutzis. Ooh, and that's going to be a foul. Yeah,
that's a foul. That's just an unfortunate foul. She did a great job hustling back. It didn't affect the play, but she did tackle her.
Yeah, it was kind of it looked like she tripped, and then she tripped the girl ahead of her. It was not intentional by any stretch. It was just.
This is trouble time right now.
Yeah,
this is trouble time. Mackenzie on the bench. You're down 6 points. I don't know what they're going to put Haley Driscoll on Megan Green right here.
Yep. So. Maggie McGowan's going to have to be smart and double down on Green, but then they're really risking keeping Madison Gibbs open for the 3. There's an open 3.
That's a 4th foul on Karutis right there.
Ooh, she goes down hard, folks, and that is going to be potentially a scenario that doesn't. I don't know if that fully equalizes Mackenzie Brown, but it's certainly not good for her.
You're going to see a quick sub. Gabby Pierce, who actually started the game.
Yep.
But this takes away a lot of BG's athleticism. I mean, because Megan Karutis plays D, she gets loose balls. That's just one of those ones. You know your 3 fouls. You got to be smart and not go for that ball right there.
Okay, Allie Glennon's going to bring the ball up, and it's a 6-point lead by BG. Oh, that's a bump there by
Hayner.
Hayner.
That's her 3rd foul. I mean, Coach Hazleton's not happy. You got 2 fouls. You just sat. You hit a 3. You sat for the last 4 minutes of the half, and you're picking up silly fouls.
So
25 feet from the hoop.
So a couple of early fouls on the BG Cardinals on the inopportune people, and there's a deep 3, draws iron, and
not the prettiest of handles right there.
No,
by Madison Gibbs.
Yeah, and there's a drive to the hoop and
a travel.
Yeah.
She had a player wide open. Coach Hazleton's letting her know she's got to have her head up and make that pass.
Yeah. So really, the defensive intensity is the thing that we're seeing here, and unfortunately for BG, they've picked up a couple early fouls on a couple of key people. So how this foul situation goes for the rest of the third period is going to be very key here. Haley Driscoll up top, swings the ball up to Rachel Collins up top, and really not able to get the ball down low. Really a lot of extended defense going on here. Allie Glennon, Caroline Conrad. They're not getting anything going here.
They really got to look for Nikki Tucci and Bree Purcell.
There's a take, a nice pass and a lefty shot. That's a nice conversion by Caroline Conrad. That's
a little lefty hook right there.
Yeah, that's a nice shot to convert.
That's where their offense is coming from, I guess.
Swinging through the middle. It's 22-18 with 6 minutes left to go here. Megan Green down low. She's got 4 people on her. Can't get it to go. Tough shot. Yeah, she didn't realize how many she had on her. Really didn't have anything going there. Bedford, a nice collapse. And that's a push. That's going to be on Madison Gibbs. She's picking up we're waiting to see her first. So looks like somebody's calling a timeout here. I'm not sure who made the call.
Timeout, Bishop Guertin.
So Coach Hazelton calling a rare timeout, trying to gather the troops here.
Yeah, he's, I think he felt like he had that Londonderry game in hand, even though it was a tight game. This game, I think he's starting to feel a little bit. Mackenzie Brown's on the bench, and Megan Green hasn't really done it. Well, she had the one hoop.
Yep.
But other than that, they're swarming her with 2 or 3 people. So Bedford's doing a great job hanging around. They're hanging around, and they're going to have to. The other thing is Nikki Hayner's been covering Rachel Collins for the most part. Now she's got 3 fouls, so they might have to look to set off of this timeout. Maybe they could set some kind of screens for her to get her open, set some set plays. That's the only way she's going to really get going.
Haley Driscoll, just want to point out, she's a great athlete. She's one of the more athletic girls out there. And that's tipped. It's going to be a block out of bounds. But Haley Driscoll, very athletic, and while not as strong and as big as Megan,
offensively talented,
Green, but she can play some tough D, was what she can do.
She is. She's D'ing up here.
Rachel Collins turns. That's a travel. Rachel Collins is really a set shooter. She needs to get the ball in her spot,
time and room,
square up, and time and room to push it. And BG doing a nice job getting to her so that she's not in her comfort zone. She really has not taken a wide open shot yet, and that's
she's Bedford's option. I mean, that's what Bedford's looking to get her going right now.
Glennon playing defense. It's a nice pull up. Can't get it to go. Megan Green tough on the board, gets the rebound. That's what Bedford can't see happen, and that's exactly what Coach Hazelton wants to see happen.
Here come the 2 freshmen checking in for Bedford. That's what they got to do. That's where their offense could possibly come from. This is troubles right here.
Caroline Conrad with the ball. Nice pass to Glennon, who makes the shot. Takes to the hoop. Megan Green with a big rebound. Gets it out there. Sherburne's running. Driscoll, Hayner. This could be a big basket. Does not draw it. And we got numbers here.
There's a run out. You got to give it up.
Oh, boy. Conrad unable to handle the pressure of the speed and the turnover. That is going to send her to the bench. And Coach, looks like she's going to be putting in what looks to be the next battalion here. They got the 2.
This is the team that she likes to go with right here. This is her team. Mackenzie Brown's checking in. When the going gets tough, these are the 5. Well, Rachel Collins is kind of in that mix too.
Well, and Mackenzie Brown's going to be really smart here. She's got to hold her ground. She cannot go for any head fakes, and not play soft. She can't allow that 4th foul to happen early. There's a deep 2. That's a rebound. There's a nice block out.
Yeah,
very nice block out by there. Mackenzie Brown keeping Megan Green off the board. Allie Glennon up top gets him. Bree Purcell almost had a wide 3 there. Bree Purcell, Nikki Tucci.
That's a good stroke, just didn't go.
Yeah, she's got to follow that shot there. I'd like to see her go to the hoop after the shot. Sherburne up top with Glennon. This has been a nice matchup. A smart play, I think, by Coach Thomas.
Great move. Yeah, I didn't know. She's really contained her.
Yeah, and she's, she has gotten to the hoop. Oh, that's
a travel.
That's a travel. That's a nice defensive set there by Bedford, forcing the turnover. 24-18 with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the 3rd period. Bedford's hanging around.
They are. Who's going to step up and wants to win a state championship right now? Because teams are just. Each team is keeping the other team in it.
Mackenzie Brown sticks the corner jumper, 18-footer. Makes it a 4-point game with 4 minutes to go, and see if Bedford can have a little run here. Sherburne up top with Glennon playing a little defense. Madison Gibbs on the corner. Haley Driscoll playing some defense. And Megan Green trying to get to her spot. Sherburne drive to the hoop. Nice take. Nikki Tucci with the rebound, and she's running the ball. Haley Driscoll. Ooh, that's a tough one, I think.
It looked like he was going up this way, and that is a tough call. But you know what? You got to give the ball back.
Absolutely.
Give the ball back to Nikki Tucci. And
Haley Driscoll backing down. Didn't look to me like, was that Madison Gibbs? Whoever the defender didn't have the position but fell, and then Hand went up.
Hand went up, and then he went behind his head.
Yeah, so questionable call there, but a turnover nevertheless with 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go here.
Look at how they're on that basket line, all helping out.
Yep. Oh, there's a deep three. Hayner has been waiting.
She's just
stone cold.
Stone cold. I think she's rushing it. She's really forcing it.
Yep. That's going to be out of bounds on BG. It's Bedford ball. A little pressure here.
Might need to take a timeout.
Nikki, a steal, a turnover. We couldn't really see it. Hayner
wow.
to the hoop.
That's a great shot right there.
Yep. Pressure. Nikki Tucci with the ball.
Well, watch the travel, yep.
Allie Glennon with the ball up top with Nikki Hayner on her. And there's the open shot for Mackenzie Brown. Comes up a little short, and that's going to be a foul on Glennon.
That's her third foul right there. We're still waiting for someone to step up and win this game because every time BG builds that lead to 6, I think 6 has been their lead for the latter part of this second half, but they've had chances to hit some threes and go on a run, but Bedford's playing some tough D. They get real small. No, they still have Haley Driscoll in the game. But
you know, I still would like to see Mackenzie Brown get the ball down in the paint. And
I don't know if she's going to be able to with just Megan Green's strength and size.
Yep. And there's a steal by Rachel Collins. He got 3 on 2. She pulls up. Bree Purcell with a nice pass to lefty layup converted by the fellow freshman Nikki Tucci.
Freshman, we're going to see that for a few years.
We have, and I saw it from third grade on, so I'm
yeah.
very pleased to see the girls performing here in a state championship level game. Both of them playing well here and gaining the confidence of Coach Thomas. Nikki Tucci up top guarding Nikki Hayner, and that was a foul called on Bree Purcell. A nice hustle play. That's going to be her second foul, so hustling Bree Purcell, full of heart and vigor, and a good hustle play on the veteran Sherborne, playing Division I ball at Niagara.
Yep.
And Madison Gibbs up top, and there's a backdoor play.
Nowhere to go there.
Nowhere to go, and Nikki Hayner just not afraid to shoot it, and a rebound by
Madison Gibbs. That's not on Mackenzie, is it? That looked like it was all ball.
That was all ball. Holy smokes, and that is going to be a foul on on Mackenzie Brown. That's her.
Now she's got to sit. I mean, she's got to sit now.
Yeah. And
wow, that's a tough break right now.
So, you know, we related to this with my son in an earlier game. It's the early bad foul that hurts you later on.
Yeah, you don't want to pick.
The foul that she got when she was away from the basket, where she should not have been, that was the foul that allowed this one to be a game changer. So, you know, if you're paying attention out there, basketball players, when you get into state championship games or finals and whatever you're playing, the key players of the game have to maintain their composure and understand where they are on the court and what the importance of their number of fouls is, because in the end, that ends up being game swingers. So that's Mackenzie Brown getting her 4th foul. So she's going to the bench with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third period. Really gives Coach Hazelton a 6-minute stretch where he can do what he needs to do here and try to lock this down. What does Coach Hazelton need to think about right now?
I think they just got to get the ball down to Megan Green and let her try to get some hoops. I mean, she's capable of more than 6 points.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's what they got to pound the ball into her. And then I think if Nikki Hayner just slows herself down a little bit, and they're going to get wide open looks. If they swing the ball from one side, either go inside out with Megan Green. But now the question again, now you have the freshmen in. So Nikki Tucci and Bree Purcell, because Maggie McGowan's not a scorer. Haley Driscoll's not a scorer. Rachel Collins has been taken out of her game. I think she only has the free throws today. The 2 free throws, and that's it. So where are the points going to come from? Maybe it's this rim. That's Bedford ball.
Yeah, Bedford ball there. Lucky tip there. All right, it's a 4-point game, 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. We've talked about the fouls and how that's going to influence it. Bree Purcell up top.
She's really doing great, considering a freshman, the way she's handling the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Against the best point guard in the state.
She's had the handle since she was in third grade, I can tell you. And as she's gotten bigger and stronger, that's only led to her getting better. And she's not afraid to mix it up. That it was almost a travel.
That could have been.
Rachel Collins looked at the 3, did not pull the trigger. And look again, Bedford with nobody in the paint. That's got to be a problem. And
she's not really a threat in the low post.
And Bedford really struggling to get something going here. A nice pass there by Bree Purcell to a streaking Haley Driscoll. A little accidental offense there, but a great feed by the freshman point guard with 1:20. It is now a 2-point game, and you know, just what is another deep three by Hayner. She hits it. That extends the lead to 5, and I tell you, if they start converting threes, this could be game over for Bedford. Nikki Tucci in the corner.
You got to give her credit. She's missed a bunch, but she's got the confidence to keep shooting. They need, you know, BG needs that.
That's a bump and
a foul. That's her fourth. Is that her fourth foul?
Nikki Hayner with a turnover.
That's her fourth foul.
And after hitting a three, and we talked about it in the first half.
She did the first half. She gets the three. She gets herself fired up. She's got to relax. I mean, that's, you know.
Picking up her fourth foul, and she will be going to the bench. So I don't know if it's quite an equalizer, but Nikki Hayner having a seat on the bench here. And a nice dump pass, but not there. Driscoll out in front. Oh, that's going to be offensive. That's a nice take by Haley Driscoll.
Beating her to the spot. You got to beat her to the block right there, and she did that.
And
that's a good call by the ref right there.
Put her shoulder down, trying to draw the foul, but
she would have been better served just stopping and taking a little 6-8 footer, but she wanted to get to the glass.
Yeah, and give Driscoll credit. She got to the spot, and she was ready to take the charge from the minute she got there.
Very well coached. Oh, that could be a foul on Jamie Sherborne right there. That's her second 6-team foul.
Bree Purcell fired up there. There's a foul on Sherborne. That's going to be the 6th foul on the BG squad. Next one they're going to be shooting into 5 fouls for Bedford. 29-24 with 42 seconds left to go here in the period. Nikki Tucci getting the ball to Rachel Collins, who's bringing the ball up with 37 seconds left to go in the third period. Ball in the corner here. Really no down low presence here, as you can see. They're running some high picks here. Haley Driscoll, Bree Purcell looking for the pass, and that's going to be Madison Gibbs picking up a foul.
That's just no reason to commit that foul right there.
And that's going to send the freshman Bree Purcell to the foul line for 1-and-1 here with 23 seconds left to go. It's a 5-point game. Bedford hanging around despite that three made by Hayner. She ended up having to sit down after picking up her 4th foul, and you know, both teams having some foul trouble here. Oh, unable to convert it. Looked like good in the air, but not able to get it to go. Sherborne's got a streaking Parkinson, and she sticks the open 15-footer. Now we got ourselves a 7-point lead. That's the biggest lead.
That's the biggest lead. Oh, that's a backcourt right there.
Backcourt play there. That's unfortunate.
They're falling apart right there a little bit. There, you got to settle down.
A little bit of a streak going here by BG. They've got a 7-point game, biggest lead of the game with 9 seconds left to go here. Sherborne up top, Megan Green with a big pick, and that's a kick.
A kick, wow. That's one of those picks, a 5'3" Bree Purcell.
Oh,
she bounced right off. I give her credit right there.
You know, and Megan Green sets hard picks.
She does set hard picks. They're gonna run it set play right now. Maybe for a 3 for the corner, right back to
either that or Megan Green. Oh, nice play there. Oh, that's a foul. No call there. Wow.
Wow. That ref right there had a good look at it, but he chose the no call.
Wow, that looked like a significant
that was
foul.
Halfway up the arm foul.
Absolutely. So that ends the third period of play here at the Southern New Hampshire University Gymnasium with the Bishop Guertin Cardinals leading the Bedford Lady Bulldogs 31-24, end of the third period in what has been a hard-fought battle. Back and forth. We got foul trouble on both squads. But a little bit of momentum there for BG. So what does Bedford need to be thinking about here as we go into the fourth period?
Defensively, they're playing fine. Where are their points going to come from? I mean, they've had a few, as you call it, accidental offensive plays. They're running a motion set. BG's too athletic to really be affected by that because BG is not forced to help on anybody. They're just playing everybody straight up. They're showing some help defense, but they don't need to really send any doubles, especially with McKenzie. But my point to you, let me ask you this, Dave. What's the difference if Mackenzie Brown fouls out and sits the last 3 minutes of the game, or if she sits all this time right now? You're down 7. This game pretty soon could get away from them and be double digits. At some point, you got to play her.
I think
why save her?
The answer to that question is psychological. You send your big out there. She gets a foul with 2 minutes into the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. She sits. Psychologically, you give a big up to BG. right now, but I think you're right to point out that the next 4 minutes are critical. Bedford's got to keep this a 4-point game or a 5-point game at most if they're going to have a chance when Mackenzie comes back in to have a chance to win this game. So. Yep. The young players up top with Nikki Tucci up top, and she's got Karutsis. She goes right by her. Oh, she had that shot and a little tentative, yeah. And that's fresh. It's a freshman for you, but give her credit. She took the ball to the hoop here, and now Bedford is going to have to go to the hoop and find some offense. Caroline Conrad thinking about a deep three, didn't pull the trigger on that. Driscoll to Caroline Conrad, over to Allie Glennon. Over to Caroline Conrad, who does shoot the open shot, and and she stepped out of bounds. Bree Purcell battling the veteran Sherburne for the rebound. Sherburne steps out of bounds. That's going to be Bedford ball.
And it's interesting, Rachel Collins is not on the floor. Back in for BG is Megan Karudis, who has those 4 fouls, and still on the bench for BG is Nikki Hayner.
And Mickey and
watch the 3
Bree
seconds
Purcell.
here.
She gets out, and that's a turnover.
Megan Green's got great hands right there. The ball's on the loose. She snatches it up.
All right, Bedford here is going to have to play a little defense and stop Bishop Gir'tin Cardinals, and she's going to the hoop. She dumps it. Oh! And that's offensive.
That's her 3rd foul for Jamie Sherburne.
Well,
they were better off not getting the foul there because they had a run-out breakaway layup right
absolutely.
there.
Allie Glennon had the steal, and that was a layup, and the foul brings it back for the full court pressure exerted by BG. 7 minutes to go here in the 4th stanza. BG sporting a 7-point lead. Freshman Bree Purcell out point. Interesting, they got Purcell and Conrad out at the same time.
With Purcell running the point.
Yep.
They got to set some picks, try to free up Nikki Tucci because she looks like she can get some offense going for them, especially with Megan Cruz has 4 fouls on her.
Right. Pick there into the corner with Caroline Conrad going to the hoop and a bounce pass. Hustle play there on the floor.
Possession goes to BG.
Going to be a jump ball. Madison Gibbs hitting the ground hard. Gets the loose ball. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. Still a 7-point game. And again, like you said, someone's going to jump up here and want to win this game.
Yeah, someone has to want to win the game right here.
And Megan Green with the monster drop step going to the left.
I think right now Sue Thomas is going to Mackenzie. After seeing that, she's got to go to her.
Yeah, that's a good call by Coach Cameron here, the veteran coach himself. You cannot let Megan Green impose her will on this squad here, which she is looking like she's hurting them.
You see how valuable Mackenzie is because not only on the offensive side. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a tough call there.
It looked like she went straight up. She's saying to her coach, I didn't do anything. Now, what does Coach Hazelden do? I mean, because we've seen BG play a few times. You saw them play in the semifinal.
Yep.
She has the ball in her hands 80% of the time for them. Yep. So we're going to see, is Karudis going to step up and take the point?
4th foul.
4th foul. Does he let her play? Does he let Sherburne play?
So a lot of decisions having to be made by the coaches here. Coach Hazelton, as my associate, Mr. Cameron, calling out here, has to make the decision. Does he let it ride with his veteran senior point guard?
They have 3 starters with 4 fouls.
And do you call a timeout and try to get a foul on one of their bigs or one of their players, or do you just play ball?
I think you just play. I think you got to just play right now.
Well, hopefully, and this is where being smart will help. If BG, with its experience, can maintain its composure and not pick up 4th foul. It is a nice move by Karudis.
She was looking
and
for
a nice
the foul
rebound. There. Nice rebound there by Driscoll. But if they can maintain their composure, nice move. And a reverse layup there by Nikki Tucci.
Great move by Nikki Tucci, getting him in within 6.
That is a fantastic move by the freshman to make it a 6-point game here. And Megan Green trying to get low. She's hooking her, but they're letting it go. Oh, that's a travel. Great defense there by Mackenzie Brown, holding her ground, forcing the travel on Megan Green, who had been imposing her will previous to Mackenzie Brown's defense.
Here's the decision that Coach he took out Jamie Sherburne. It's the first time she's been out.
The whole game?
First game in the game, in the semis. So this game was close to getting away from, but
Allie Glennon has a trip on Hayner. Is that her 5th foul?
That's her 5th. She's gone.
That's going to be Hayner's 5th foul, and she can.
Did she trip or did she just fall?
That looked like a trip from my perspective. Glennon is an athletic girl and had a full head of steam going, and that unfortunately is going to be Nikki Hayner's 5th foul. That'll be all for her. She had, I think, a couple of threes during the game.
A great career. A great Bedford girl had a great career.
Absolutely. And,
state championship last year, maybe another state championship this year before she heads to for a PG year in prep school.
So that puts Sherborne back in the game. This is very interesting. So that the first of one of the key players for BG is now out, and with Karutsis and who else has 4? Sherborne have 4 fouls. So 5 minutes and 21 seconds left to go here. BG with a 6-point lead. Allie Glennon on the line for 2 shots.
Yep.
And she converts the first, and this is where it's all about, folks. For all you youngsters watching, end of the basketball games, foul shots and layups, usually what makes the difference in championship play. Allie Glennon, a little long, and a nice hustle play, but can't get the rebound. And Sherborne with the ball up top with a 5-point lead, 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go.
Injury on the court.
Oh boy. I wonder if this is coming back from the fall she took.
It probably is. She fell hard on her knee. She tried to run back and just didn't have the support.
She's in a lot of pain. I didn't see anything happen here in front of us here. I'm not sure if there was.
Well, no, she's the one who got fouled, tripped from behind.
Right, but she was she ran back, and I didn't notice any.
Well, it was from the previous fall.
Right, but she looks like she's in a lot of pain here, and you hate to see a key player go down in the final game. Allie Glennon, senior leader, down on the floor, and they look like they're taking a look at her knee, which you hate to see.
Yeah, you hate to see. Hopefully it's just a bruise, a bang.
Yeah, and you know what? But she I didn't see her run back, but then she just sort of toppled down. So I don't know if it was. I'm not sure what it was. So we have a little cut in action here. So they're going to let the professionals take a look at Allie Glennon in here. Why don't we just take a quick breather and let me ask you, Chris, here. 5 minutes to go. You've got some key fouls here. I think that looks like we might all be all we see from her for the rest of the game. She's limping off. And she's going to have a seat here while they try to figure out. And so Bedford, 5 minutes left here in championship play. They have the tools.
Yeah, they have the tools. Possession arrow goes to Bedford.
Yep.
They're shooting 2 the rest of the way. Any foul, they're shooting 2.
And they got 2 key players with 4 fouls for BG, and Karutsis and Sherborne. And
does BG slow it down?
Yeah.
I mean, do they play keep away and only wait for layups? I don't think they know how to play that way. Just go out, be careful of the 5 count.
So this is a set play for sure.
For Megan Green's going to flash.
Yeah, they're trying to get her to the paint right there. There's double team.
Here comes it. Nowhere to go. Wow.
That's a tough shot right there.
That's a tough shot right there. A little bit of a force, I thought, for a second.
Yeah, and she was behind the basket and able to get it.
Back.
And Mackenzie
has
Brown
to be so careful with
Mackenzie Brown cannot try to go for that fake. Almost turnover there. Mackenzie Brown out of position here. Haley Driscoll up top, and they're going to try to get a set here. Haley Driscoll. Oh, and then she's getting sat on.
So, as we said, possession arrow goes to the Bulldogs right now, so that's a big possession.
I don't know if she had her hand on the ball. She was just sitting on top of Haley Driscoll. All right, 4 minutes, 28 seconds left to go. It's a 7-point lead here. Bedford desperately needs a basket. And who's going to step up to the plate here for Bedford and try to give him an opportunity? And it's going to be Bree Purcell.
Wow.
A nice move to the
Great
hoop.
move,
and
righty
just
shot.
Can't get it to fall. That would have been a huge basket for Bedford. Up top, playing a little defense on Sherborne. And the big pick, and that's a moving pick, no call. And a wide open. And
great rebound there.
And Nikki Tucci looking for Bree Purcell. The deep shot, it's short. Nikki Tucci gets the rebound. And it's going to maintain Bedford ball with 4 minutes left to go in the game. It's 7-point lead by BG. Bedford desperately needs to get on the point here and get a basket.
Maybe they could run a set play for Rachel Collins to get open for a 3 in the corner.
Oh, that's a push. That's going to be it for her.
That's it for Karutsis. That's 5. Who's to go to? Maybe Paige Parkinson, number 22, I think she's going to have to go to right now.
Yeah.
They're not deep. They play 7 players for the most part, and this is the 7th right now. So.
Yep. Well, it's 4 minutes left, and that's going to put Nikki Tucci on the line.
She's played a sensational game with 6 points, some nice assists right now. That's where she's kind of there on the court. She's their leading scorer right now.
Nikki Tucci on the line with 2 shots here. Nice form, nice rotation, nice basket. That's going to make it a 6-point lead with 4 minutes to go.
And if Bree Purcell's little runner could have fell, it was in and out, this could be a 1-possession game.
And a little short, though, on the second one. That makes it a 6-point lead. Again, foul shots and layups. And Nikki Tucci's going to play Sherborne here. I don't know if that was intentional or just happenstance. Oh, there's a deep pass to Megan Green. She's triple teamed. And a deep shot. Rachel Collins with the rebound.
That's one of those ones, why take it? You're up by no shot clock, 3 minutes to go. You only need layups.
Rachel Collins maintains the ball. She moves to the hoop.
That's her shot right there. Knock it down, Mackenzie.
Oh, Mackenzie Brown sticks the elbow jumper on the baseline. Makes it a 4-point lead with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the finals of the state championship. Another moving pick there. Megan Green fighting for position. She's got Mackenzie Brown on her back. And they're going to pull it out, see what they can get. This is a drive to the hoop. Sherborne dumps it out. And a steal by Haley Driscoll. She's up ahead. And she makes the layup to make it a 2-point game here.
I know Coach Haley doesn't like calling timeouts, but he might need to take one right here. Why sit on it right now?
And Chris Cameron knows coaching. Foretells the call of timeout by Coach Hazelton. The Bedford crowd is back in the game here, having shrunk the lead to 2 points with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the final quarter of play for the state championship for the girls. It is quite a game, and Coach, what do you see? What happened?
They hung around, dug in, and BG's got 2 of their starters out right now. So you're seeing a little bit of that lack of depth. Forcing turnovers right now. This is anybody's game right now. Just to break it down, possession arrow goes to BG. Bedford's going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way, and Bedford is not in the bonus yet, so they're only sitting on 5 fouls right now with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And BG seems to have stalled. They've only scored 4 points here in this fourth quarter. They have nothing going offensively. Megan Green had that one really tough hoop. Everything else has been, Bedford's just really locked them down, and I think Nikki Tucci stepped up and done a great job on Jamie Sherborne, because with Allie Glennon being out.
So the 2 remaining players in foul trouble.
Oh, they switched it back. Now Bree Purcell's on Jamie Sherborne.
All right, so they got Sherborne with 4 and Mackenzie Brown with 4. So we'll get a watch.
And Megan Green has 0.
So we got to watch how this goes here, and they're going to look. They set the high double pick up top. We can see it coming from here. They swing it around. They call that nicely, and get her on the block. And a blocked shot there, and a rebound by
and a no call
Mackenzie
right there.
Brown. And do they have numbers? Mackenzie Brown?
Travel.
No.
I didn't see that one.
I did not see that at all.
I didn't see that at all.
I did not see that at all. Tough call, I think, by the ref. Looked like Mackenzie had her base foot on the ground there. But
that's a tough call.
That's a momentum changer. Could have been a tie game if they got a good shot off. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. It's a 2-point game. And Bree Purcell knocked her butt, but she gets right back up. Sherborne turns up,
That's
and there's
a
travel. Holy smokes. It's been a little sloppy here, folks.
We said multiple times tonight, who wants to step up and win a state championship?
And Nikki Tucci with the ball. Doesn't force it. Driscoll, she's going left.
Tie game.
She ties the game, folks, with 2 minutes to go. It is a tie ball game, 35-35 here.
He might need to take another timeout here. He's got nothing.
And we got the same double pick coming up top. And she goes under.
Watch the charge.
That's a nice basket by the veteran.
Yeah, that was a tough shot because Haley Driscoll stepped in for the charge. If she would have flopped, maybe she could have gotten that call right there.
And it's a real barn burner here. BG pulling up a 2-point lead here.
That's going to be
that's travel. They didn't call it. And she gets it to go. Nikki Tucci able to turn around.
Freshman to freshman. Wow, on the big stage.
That's a great basket by the young Nikki Tucci, and the freshman really showing up here. 37-37. Parkinson going to pull up for the foul shot.
Nothing.
Doesn't get it. Madison Gibbs.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Kind of throws one up there.
Kind of throws it up like her, One hand, she got the call.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a bail by the ref.
That's a little bit of a bailout right there.
That's going to send it to the line with 1:14 to go here. A tied ball game, 37-37, folks. This is what we were looking for when we said number 1 versus number 2.
Short.
And she pulls the first one
a
short.
Little bit of nerves there. You could see it. She didn't bend her knees.
Yep. Bedford's got to box out here. This is a very important rebound. Every rebound, every key play here going into the stretch is going to matter. 1:14 to go. Madison Gibbs for her second shot.
That one looks good. Nope.
And she misses both of them.
If you beat Bedford, you hold for the last shot?
No, you got to find a good look here.
I'd work this thing down and hold for 1.
Minute to go here in the game, folks. Rachel Collins up top, and we've got everything we're looking at. She pulled the ball up. Haley Driscoll up top. And she drives to the hoop, and she looked like he had a look there, and she throws it out. Luckily. Ooh, they got away with that one. Bree Purcell, and that's a block. That's a block. She went down on the ground, no foul.
Now BG, maybe take a timeout and hold for 1 right here. I would take a timeout if I'm, Why not, right? Now,
yeah.
I'd take a timeout. I hold for the 1 shot.
A little bit of a forced pass in there.
That was but the way they've been calling it, that could have been they could have put her on the line right there.
Yeah, Madison Gibbs.
That looked like we couldn't see from our angle, but it looked like there was some ball, but
Mackenzie Brown on the block. Madison Gibbs with the reach in, and the ref behind looked like he was blocked. And then the ref up top didn't make the call.
Sometimes refs, no matter what level, they're going to swallow the whistle in a tight game like that, so maybe you let them play. But right now, over the last 3.5 minutes, Bedford's on an 11-2 run. So all the momentum's in their favor. Possession arrow goes to BG. 1-1. Bedford, BG will be shooting 1-1 on the next foul. So what do, Dave? You hold for 1? I hold.
I absolutely hold for 1.
I would take it down, try to run that pick and roll, and get the ball either to take it down to like 8 seconds and go.
Especially with the next foul putting in the bonus. I think you can take advantage of that. And Bedford can't be aggressive and go for the steal. So really, this is what it comes down to. 2 teams been fighting all year for the next 34 seconds to see who's going to be the state champion in the state of New Hampshire Division I. And they get the ball to Green, and it's a block from behind by Mackenzie Brown. A huge play. With 25 seconds left to go. And that's going to be BG ball, and let's see what kind of play they run here. It's the pick into the corner, and it's a layup.
Oh, the foul. You know what? We talked about this all game. I mean, all season. You got to zone it up. You have to zone it up on that. You just exposed yourself to that backdoor cut, and they ran it beautifully.
That sends Sherborne to the line with 24 seconds left to go in the game. She's shooting 1-on-1.
No, shooting 2.
They're in the bonus though, but it's shooting 2. This is what it's all about. She can a little roll off the rim there. It's going to be at minimum a 1-point game with Bedford ball here if she makes the next foul shot. Here's boxing out and rebounds, critical. Let's see what happens here. The veteran Sherborne on the line. 24 seconds ago, tie game. This one goes. And that's a timeout.
Timeout, yep.
1-point game, 24 seconds left to go for the state championship. You got Bishop Guertin, reigning state champions, 3 veteran seniors on the team, and Bedford, first time Division I, first time playing in Division I in the finals with a 1-point deficit and 24 seconds left to go in the game and the ball. Chris Cameron, what do you do?
If I'm the coach right now, I look for I don't hold it for 1. I look for your first. You got to run a few different sets and try to get, what they've had success with is a little bit of penetration and dissing it to Megan Green's been helping out and finding Mackenzie Brown in that short corner. I think that's where you got to look. The other option is to maybe set some kind of, Rachel Collins I think she has the 2 free throws, that's it tonight, but she's still, no one's going to help off of her because they're not, BG is, even though she hasn't had a great game, they're not going to leave her. They're not going to let her shoot the wide open 3. So I think you're going to see, looks like BG's dropping back. They're going to pick up at half court. Maybe not, they're extending the pressure right here.
Yeah, well, so.
This is incredible. They got 2 freshmen that are going to be bringing the ball up right here.
All right.
And they haven't batted an eye under this pressure.
And here we go.
She can run the baseline right here if need be.
Championship play. Nikki
Take a timeout if needed.
She's got the ball here. And gets the ball to Rachel Collins with 20 seconds left to go. They're going to try to get a set here. Haley Driscoll up top here. They're looking for a little something here. A little tentative. Mackenzie Brown has the ball and a pass and the layup with 6 seconds left to go. Coming down the line, no stupid fouls here. She goes to the hoop for the shot. And there's no whistle. They've won the game. Bedford High School has won the state championship game here in the Southern New Hampshire University with a turn at the very last play. Look at the Bedford crowd going crazy. And unfortunately for BG, a heartbreaking loss for 3 seniors. You can look at their faces. At no point in time did they think that they were out of control. And Bedford, with a steal and a full court layup, converts with 6 seconds left to go.
They, wow, that was their first lead since I don't know when, but maybe back in the first quarter. But they just kept their poise, and they come out with the state championship. This is one they'll remember forever. Bedford's had some great state championships. You know, their high school is very young, but this might be the number one. This might be their one best championship so far.
Unbelievable turn of events here with Bedford pulling it out in the last 7 seconds of the game, with Sherburne a move to the hoop. Driscoll, a straight-up defensive play. I think they all waited to see if a foul was called.
They couldn't believe it. They had the ball. And
they had the ball.
I mean, I thought there was a little contact on that.
But you know, like you said, at the end of the game, you let the winning.
You let them play. Actually, you know, I'm not going to question that call. But that was just, she stepped up, played great defense, and they deserve that state championship. Considering what they went through with Allie Glennon getting hurt, Mackenzie Brown in foul trouble all game. You know what? That is a remarkable job on Sue Thomas's part and the whole Bedford team right there. And then the freshmen stepping up. I mean, Nikki Tucci inbounds that ball, it goes behind her back with 20 seconds to go. And I was almost saying Bedford was in trouble. You know, they were in trouble right there, you know, in that last possession. I think Sue Thomas was thinking about a timeout. Next thing you know, one person we haven't mentioned a lot was Haley Driscoll, but she had some huge hoops for them down. I think she had 8. How many did she finish with? 8 points. 8 points. I think she had all 8 points in the fourth quarter, or maybe 8 points. And you know, that was just great. And then you know, this is one thing that's very tough when you lose. You know, when you lose a playoff game or state championship game, it's very difficult because you lose a regular season game, there's always another game to bounce back with. Right. This is a senior-laden team, so, you know, this was their year to repeat. It's unfortunate for BG, but well-deserved by Bedford. One thing that Dave, what would you have done there when they scored? The ball went through, I looked up, was 7.5 seconds. Would you have called a timeout?
No, I think, first off, you couldn't hear a damn thing in here. It was going to be very hard.
You went right to the hoop like he chose, yeah.
Yeah, and ultimately, you know, just to reiterate your point here, you take a look at the girls on the bench. They're reigning state champions. They really never didn't have the lead. I think probably into the second half they had the lead the entire time.
The whole game they were up until that last 8 seconds to go.
And you know, you got a feel for the senior trio of Megan Green, Madison Gibbs, and Nikki Hayner, who played together for a long time. You know, I think this is a shock to them.
Yeah, great careers. But you know, Absolutely. It's a shock. You know, you win a state championship. You know, they did have that one state championship that they'll always remember. But I don't think that they took Bedford, you know, for granted at all after they beat them back in December.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, and that's one of those games. You know, down the stretch, Madison Gibbs misses 2 free throws. Jamie Sherburne misses the one. So, you know, as you called it early on, free throw shooting is going to be big, and they went 1 for 4 down the stretch, and that was it. Jamie Sherburne's was down. You know, looked like it was going in, it just went out. So.
And you know, again, I've been in this seat. I think you've been in this seat. I've been in the state championship. Yes. I've been on the winning side of a state championship, and I've been on the losing side of a state championship. And you know, for BG, as it sends its 3 seniors into both college and to PG play, you know, they got a lot to take with them. As you said, they won that game last year as the state champions, and they were right there. You've got to give credit and kudos to the coach and the players for a really hard-fought game. And then, but for the young Bedford squad, with 2 freshmen on the floor in the second half of the game, really the go-to ball handlers in the game. You had Allie Glennon on the bench hurt. and they somehow found a way to do it. You know, the play down here where Haley Driscoll had the straight up defense, and that led to a layup. You know, you can't call that kind of stuff. It was literally was. Yeah.
They were down 9 points at one part. You know, with like 4 minutes to go, and you know, did BG force some shots maybe? But Bedford just did what they needed to do, and they were disciplined. They really cut down. They did cut down on their turnovers in that second half.
Right. And again, I think that's in part because of the smart freshman play and how they withstood the pressure. So, you know, again, you see the BG girls getting their second place medals, and
great career by Megan Green.
You know,
I hope she goes on and has a great career at BU.
And she will.
She's played hard.
Tremendous player. She is, you know, she's the #1 player in the state for a reason. Play with a lot of heart in there, and you know, a great matchup though of squads. And really, you take a look at the two types of play here between the two squads. Really, the BG girls did a great job of getting the ball where they wanted to, but they just didn't hit their outside shots. They
really didn't. And you said, you know, Gatorade Player of the Year, Megan Green. I think that torch might be passed over to Mackenzie Brown next year. I think she's probably, and maybe there's some players that we don't know about, but what I've seen in Division I this year, I think she's the, you know, I think the Player of the Year preseason candidate.
Well, and with the Bedfords out there collecting their trophy, again, just to illuminate the sort of significance of this. Bedford High's been around for 6 years, 5 years.
Well, your son.
So 6 or 7 years.
Probably 6 or 7 years, yeah.
And this is the first year.
4, 3. It's the 6 or 7th year.
6 or 7 years. It's the first time in Division I. They were a strong team in Division II last year, but they didn't get too deep.
No, they were just a little young. They lost the first round.
Right, they lost in the first round. So
is this the first Division I state championship? Because soccer didn't win one. I don't know. I don't think that the tennis and golf. Does golf play Division
Golf
I?
One Division.
No.
Golf was Division
Golf
II.
So this is I think this is the first Division I state championship.
Yeah.
Because Nathan won in lacrosse. That was Division II. So I think this might be the first of many.
Yeah.
This could be the first of many.
And again, as we pointed out, you had the 3 seniors are Bedford girls from BG.
Yep.
Can't even talk about what kind of powerhouse this would have been had they been playing for Bedford. But I think you think about some of the players here. Haley Driscoll, a huge game.
Huge game.
Haley, I mean,
she stepped up when Mackenzie was out. There was a little drop off playing Megan Green defensively, but for the most part, she stepped up and neutralized her.
Yeah.
And then she had some huge points. There's Nikki Tucci.
Nikki Tucci with a phenomenal game. As a
9
freshman.
points. Just a confident girl.
Absolutely.
Confident girl, played outstanding.
Gabby Hunter came in, gave some good minutes down low when Mackenzie was in foul trouble, and then Allie Glennon, the senior captain, injured, comes out for the medal. Courtney O'Connell is at the third of the trio of freshmen. Didn't get a lot of time there, but she's very athletic. We'll see more of her as Bedford continues to go forward in Division I. Mackenzie Brown, the last of the ribbon takers. Bedford, a come-from-behind victory against the #1 team to win the first state Division I championship, we think on record for Bedford.
In dramatic fashion.
I'm sure we're going to see the replay of that last play on the video.
WMUR tonight, yes.
I wonder if they'll have our voices overplaying on that. My name is David Larrivee. I'm with Chris Cameron. We've got Mike Currier on the camera. Thank you very much for joining us, as this has been a fantastic end to a great season for the Division I state champions, the Bedford Lady Bulldogs. Thanks for joining us here, and we'll see you again at the beginning of next year.
All right.